Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best.
Fallen! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Robertson. Aubameyang, and it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Carvajal. Now it's Forlan. Kimmich. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Forlan. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham. He won't be happy with that one. So what can they make of this? Kimmich wins the duel this time. Bale looking to run onto it. And he's intervened well there. Bergomi. Still goalless. And it's Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Conte. And reclaimed it in a trice. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those...
Chance! They've scored! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
De Bruyne. Out of play for a throw. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Platini. Now that's well seen too. Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
And it's Messi. Messi. Look at the space. And the shot! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it.
And it's half-time here. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And so we're off again.
New Mexico clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now it's Forlan. He's picked his way through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bale. He's found a way through. Bale puts them all in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And the pass is intercepted. And no, that was never going to make it. Passing is Chris. Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Knocks it into space. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Just about up to the hour now. And here's Forlan. Conte. De Bruyne. Tries to pass it through. Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham. And the through ball. Now that's an excellent interception. Rijkaard gets it clear. Can he get on the end of this? Kimmich, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. It's Fulham! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Forlan actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
This their second corner of the game. Up he goes! No mistake! And again they hit the front. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Oh, good take and a good... He's having a shot! And he hits the net! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Substitution.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
The message is simple.
Conte.
Defend this with your
Coming on to
lives.
replace him is number 23. Beckham.
He rises! Just
There will
seeing
be
the
5
board now,
minutes added
it's going to be
time.
5 extra minutes. Threads one in. It's a pretty loose pass. Pickford. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. And that is that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge... It's fallen! Off the post! Oh, it's gone in!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Kimmich gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Gakpo. Aimed beyond the defence. And he was alert to it. Platini. Alvarez. Reinders. And it's made its way to him. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Lopez. Nice sequence of passes, this. Platini. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting the...
Great chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Shot could be on. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Romero gets over and intercepts. Bellingham. Platini. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Just the goalkeeper to beat. And that should get the job done. Gakpo. Played out to the left flank. Looking for options for movement. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Bellingham. Bale. Fermin. Can he get it through? Too long and over the line. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And it's Zubimendi. Now it's Alvarez. Howson wins the duel this time. Now it's Puskás. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Puskás really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up.
Forlan!
Forlan really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rice. Oh, he's going to be disappointed
There will
with
be
that.
1 minute added time.
Gerrard. And this is Forlan. Oh, that is a chance for a shot! Oh, taken with style. And this is getting better and better. And that'll be the final action of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And we are back on the way. Gerrard. Nicked it back promptly. Platini. And this is Puskás. Reinders. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, good, takes a shot! In for the pieces! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Number 9.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Nicely weighted ball. Platini couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Zubimendi kept aware, and it is reclaimed. It's Fulham! They want to be quick to recover this. Reinders. And it's Lopez. Alvarez. Gerrard. Platini. Forlan. Forlan! Just too high.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution on the field. Number 5. Bellingham.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Rice. Alvarez. And it's Zubimendi. Zubimendi. Chance! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And claimed it back swiftly. Alvarez. Crunching tackle. Pass somewhat off target. Fermin. Now it's Forlan, and this is Puskás. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. And that's a poor penalty.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
And he's got the beating of his man. It's Fulham!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Alvarez. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for the run. Fermin. And that is that. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Forlan. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, there's the clearance. What a throw in. Rui Costa has a look inside the box. Howson clears. Robertson. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. In it comes. How has a shot! It's anyone's ball now. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Platini is there, and the volley. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Now it's Platini. He's through, and Platini! They've scored! 200! It's the goal they all came to see. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
That's a lovely, neat pass. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Mbappe. Great chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
And this is Forlan. Neatly clipped into space. Now it's Hullet. And he's had it nicked away. Cantona. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh. Goes for a shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Looking for the run. And this is Ronaldo, and the shot! Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
So smooth, a signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
And
we are up to the break.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. It's come to nothing. Robertson. And it's Kimmich. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Forlan under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attack.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Bellingham. Vieira cuts it out. Figo. Bergomi. Now, can they get him away? And he's managed to get for a bullish header! He will be livid with himself.
Manchester United really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And he was quick to react. Now that's well seen too. Can he get it through? Figo is always looking to play quality balls. Platini. Cantona, who's set up one goal so far. Not the most accurate pass. Diogo Costa. Now it's Kimmich. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, easy pickings there. Bergomi. Cantona.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And they're back on the ball again. Morientes. And he's away. Morientes! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Ibrahimovic getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And here's Mbappe.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
This is it then, now or never. It's a good run down the right. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. And this is the big chance. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available.
United, number 9, Zanetti. Coming on to replace him is number 7.
And it's Ibrahimovic.
Caicedo.
He's going for goal!
Added minutes has been indicated.
Just off target.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. He's gone for goal! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Caicedo gets across to intercept that. And that's it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your final thoughts, Jim? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here.
This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's through, now is he in? Ekitike! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Oh, what a climb! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Van Dijk makes the interception. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Michel Platini. That looks a cracking ball. Decent chance! And it's a goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
New Mexico are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bellingham, and here's Forlan. Takes a shot. Oh, fantastic from Platini! About as smooth as it gets. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Bellingham. Now Platini. Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Forlan.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as...
Bullish header! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for options for movement. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Wits. Can he get it through? No, it's come to nothing. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Wits is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Forlan. It's Forlan! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Forlan clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Zanetti gets rid without sophistication. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
There will be 3 minutes.
Madrid are looking to go forward now. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Chiesa. Roberto Carlos. And the first 45 minutes are up. What do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
New Mexico clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement, a 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And the game has already resumed here. Nice physical challenge. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And he's been shifted off it. And the shot's on here. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knows what's coming, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Roberto Carlos! That was travelling. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's being urged to shoot. Real chance! And yes, it's there! Back to within one. Interesting. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control.
And the finish! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A horrible blip. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's through and he shoots! It's there! Into the lead once more. That was a given. It always was.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Substitution in progress.
And now they can clear their lines. That's been cut out, well played. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's in space and looking for options. And that is expertly dealt with. Good take, and is he in?
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Tries to pass it through. He's found a way through. Leicester getting this one clear. Roberto Carlos.
Added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And he can clear it away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now, the ball's gone astray. Vinicius Junior! Goal! Lons! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Lens are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Lens clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well read, nice interception. And he can clear it away. And this is Messi. Threads one in. Oh, good take, and a chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Looking for the run, and he plays one through. And he's quick to snatch it back. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Look at the space here!
New Mexico really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Costa Curta.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Platini. Oh, that's well spotted. Van de Ven. Vinicius Junior. It's Camavinga. Ambitious ball here. And now they can clear their lines. Aimed beyond the defence. And Messi! And the ball's come loose here.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Cannavaro. Bellingham. Now it's Puskas. Oh, nicely intercepted. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
New Mexico can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Puskas. That is good alertness. And he's heaved it away. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And that's gone loose. Out for a throw. Costa Curta gets a foot in here. And we have our very first corner. Back when it goes. And now, oh, what has happened here? Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Now it's Mbappe. Pass is just off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's picked it up out wide. He's fallen! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Forlan really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, it's a great ball. He's had a shot! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Mentall, in the context of the game, he must save it. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes.
It's Fulham! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Number 5, Bellingham.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Gerrard gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
Well, I find it a little surprising he was on the bench to start with, Peter, but listen, I'm still excited to see him in action.
Camavinga. Now, can they get him away? And claimed it back swiftly. It's a pretty loose pass. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's made its way to him. Puskas! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Coming on the field, number 19.
Now it's Mbappe.
Number 15.
Cannavaro. Now it's Platini. Great vision. He's through here. And he shoots! It's a goal! Late drama! Late goal! This will be one frantic ending!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
5 minutes added time.
And Messi! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Substitution on the field, number 6.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Morientes goes steaming forward. And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
New Mexico, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited.